family, and welcome to our first PC Newscast. I'm Noah Miller.
And I'm Kyla Kinman. This week on PC Broadcasting, we'll be taking a look behind the scenes of the 2023 musical, Bye Bye Birdie, coverage of the 2023 Polar Plunge, and a sports spotlight. Stay tuned to learn more.
A couple weeks ago was the Polar Plunge, held annually at Pratt's Creek. And here's Raven with more on that.
For those who don't know, on February 25th of this year was the Polar Plunge. Now you may be wondering, what is that? The Polar Plunge, sometimes held in conjunction with the Law Enforcement Torch Run, is a huge fundraising effort benefiting Special Olympics and the athletes. In order to participate, individuals or teams collect pledges from friends, family, and colleagues to lock in their spot. The Polar Plunge in Indiana has continued to give over 16,000 children and adults with disabilities opportunities that normally would not be available with its donations towards the Special Olympics. History on the plunge. The first ever Polar Plunge took place in 1904 in South Boston, Massachusetts. It was originally a way to celebrate the new year, but over the years has become a fun way to raise money for a good cause. Even though the Polar Plunge is no longer a celebration of the new year, it still takes place during the first 2 to 3 months of the year. Where does the money go? Proceeds raised go to help provide year-round sports training and competitions for athletes. Additionally, your contributions and involvement help athletes achieve their goals, live healthier lives, and have a sense of inclusion in the community. How much was raised this year by our own local Polar Plunge? $92,000 was raised by multiple teams for the Posey County Special Olympics. How do you sign up? Signing up is fairly easy. Just make sure you have a team lined up that you can join. Then all you have to do is go to the Polar Plunge page and fill out the sign-up form. How to raise money. There are multiple ways, but one of the quickest ways to raise money is to share your link to your donation page on some kind of social media. That way you can reach any and all people. And we hope that for the 2024 Polar Plunge season, that Pike Central will be able to join the ranks of Polar Plungers with its own team and be freezing for a reason.
Man, I'm sure glad we don't have to deal with that freezing weather anymore.
I agree. It sure does sound like fun, though, if Pike Central had a team for the 2024 Polar Plunge.
Now with the upcoming spring, there'll be a new season of track and field. Here's Gabe to talk about predictions and obstacles for the season.
Alright, so thank you, Noah. So to start out my thing, we're talking about sports here, and I wanted to do the sport that I'm familiar with and love doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with track. I am joined here by Coach Kramer. He is the head coach of track, and we're going to ask him about a few questions and what he thinks about the season and his expectations of how it's going to go. Alright, question one. First off, is it too late to join track?
It is too late to join. We've been going at it for a few weeks now for as far as official practices, so yes, it is a little too late.
Alright. What are your expectations for the season?
We've got a lot of people coming back. We've got some talent that advanced to the regional last year with Griffin Boyd and Braden Holwald in the pole vault. And then Xavier Wiseman advanced in 1600 and 3200. So we're looking for some good things from them, and we've got some young kids, young bunch of freshmen, sophomores that are have some talent, and then we've got some other people that are filling in some of those spots that in some sprints and distance areas that we feel like we should have some success this year.
Yeah, I don't know. Last year we didn't have very many people, but this year we have a lot of numbers. So
it helps when you have some numbers.
What is your favorite part about track?
Probably my favorite part is how social like track is. You just get to talk to so many people. There's coaches that I talk with that I ran, in high school, and that I see them at different meets and talk to them, or coaches that I met at coaches clinics and things. So it's a very social sport.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite thing is probably long jump. Probably what I signed up for in long jump.
Yeah.
But I agree with you on the whole social thing. Everybody at track meets, they're so nice and generous. Like, they'll just walk up to you and ask what event you're doing, how you're doing. They'll even ask you like what your time is, and they'll like cheer you on, and they don't even know you.
Yeah.
What is your least favorite part about track?
I would say sometimes, depending on the meets and how they're ran, sometimes they take a long time.
Yeah.
When you have like a basketball or a football game, like you have a specific amount of time that each quarter is, where track, you just run the events, and depending on how many workers there are or how many kids there are running or throwing or doing their different events, sometimes that can take a little bit longer. So that's one part that's not so much fun. You get home late at some nights.
Yeah, I'd say even then, like if there's a kid that's late for the race, not showing up yet, they'll always have to wait a bit, so it takes longer. And
sure thing.
We always got home at like 9 or 10 last year, track meets. What would you say to the kids that are thinking about doing track, like incoming 8th graders or people that never done track before or just thought about it?
Yeah, it's a sport that it crosses over with a lot of other sports. Football, basketball, volleyball, swimming. All different kinds of aspects of track and field, depending on the events that you're doing. Obviously distance events would be crossing over more towards like cross country, swimming. But anything sprinting, explosiveness, where you're jumping, those are all involved with the throwing events and sprinting events. So those are all carryovers that if you're a multi-sport athlete, track is something that's going to help you for those other sports that you may play.
And I know you mentioned it earlier, but did you ever do track? And what were your events?
I did. I have been doing track since middle school and high school, and I did primarily the 300 hurdles in middle school and high school, long jump, and then I was on some relays, 4x100, 4x400 relays. Actually, my freshman year, I was on the 4x800 relay as well, and I ran the 3200 one time. And then when I got to college, I played football in college, but my brother was a graduate assistant for the track team at the school I was at, and so he kind of talked me into just coming and doing long jump for a couple of meets. So I did do a little bit in college too.
So what made you decide to be a track coach?
It's just something I've always been interested in. Again, since middle school and high school, doing that. My brother is a college coach, so he's kind of had a little bit of influence on that as well, on keeping my interest in those sort of things. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of different things that you can do. So that's kind of what draws me towards it.
How long have you been a track coach?
This is my 10th year here at Pike Central coaching track. This is my 15th year teaching, but 10th year doing track. The last few years I've been the boys and girls coach. So I would say the first 7 years was just boys coach, and then the last few years I've been the boys and girls coach.
All right, well, that's it for this segment. Thank you, Kramer, for joining on today and answering some questions and just giving your opinion. And back to you now.
Wow, Coach Kramer seems like a fun and energetic person. I cannot believe he also did track when he was in high school. Such a fun fact to learn. And that's all for the sports section with Gabe Hinton. What's that?
Oh, it's just the playbill for the 2023 spring musical Bye Bye Birdie.
What's Bye Bye Birdie?
It's a fun and lighthearted musical comedy that took an immense amount of effort to put together. Now to Finn with more information.
Chargers, a special annual event just occurred this last weekend. The Pike Central Musical returned to the stage to present their show that is entitled Bye Bye Birdie. Mrs. Traylor is the director of choirs and theater here at Pike Central. She has served this position since the mid-2010s, and she is the one who's made it happen around here for the last several years now. Help for the musical comes from another area of the Fine Arts Department, and that is the Instrumental Department. Select students out of the Pike Central Band and other adult musicians have dedicated hours to learning the challenging music of Bye Bye Birdie. Director of Bands Mr. Bunker is helping direct this year's pit orchestra for the first time. A few days prior to their first show, I attended a dress rehearsal to get an insight of behind-the-scenes footage. Meet some of our student actors coming up next.
My name's Connor Lovelace, and I'm Albert Peterson.
I'm Darian Fullington, and I play Rosie in Bye Bye Birdie.
Hello, I am Max Burkhart. I play the role of Conrad Birdie in Bye Bye Birdie.
Why do you think your role fits you, and what do you like most about it?
I think it fits me because Albert's pretty lighthearted, and he cares for other people, and he's really into music, which I am too. And I don't know, we have pretty similar attitudes, I guess. I just like how it fits my personality, I guess. It's pretty easy for me to act him out.
I feel like it fits me because he's an outgoing person. He's a big rock star, and I feel like I just feel like that's how I strive to be as a person, you know what I mean? What I like most about it, the dances, dude. I mean, going out there and just going all out, and it's just I don't know, it's fun. And the songs are fun too.
Darian, do you enjoy the intention of being on the big stage?
Yes and no, because it's nerve-wracking, but it's kind of nice, especially because it's my senior year. I get to really just be a part of the show and show people that I'm good.
Although what the audience visualizes is the people on stage, we can't forget our backstage, lights, and sound crew. Those people are Levi Bailey, Ablin Teague, Kennedy Zazzetti, and Emma Farmer. Congratulations to the entire musical crew for the hours of work they've put in for the last several months. Here listed on screen are all of the performers from the musical. Kyle and Noah, back to you.
We want to thank everyone who had a hand in this year's musical. It truly was a pleasure to watch.
Well, that wraps up our broadcast for this week. The next week's newscast will consist of special talents, information about the new baseball season, and more. Thanks for watching, and be sure to look out for our next video.